that know her.
Technically, I'm a witch.
Season 2, Vampy D's. Ash is vamp-splaining. Petey's learning about the bros, Stefan and Damon. Pete-dictions coming true. Founding fam's got a plan. Guess who's back in the falls with their eyes on her man's body stacking up? A lot of people H for B. Now what's going on with these Vampire Diaries? Hello, welcome to the Vampire Diaries, the Vampire Diaries podcast, where a guy is watching the series for the first time with a super fan who has seen every episode. I'm the titular Petey. Let's just say I put the Petey in Vampedy, but please call me Pete. And I'm here with my co-host and co-parent, Ash. Ash, hello.
Hello, Pete.
All right, a couple things up top. A lot is going on. Yeah. So there will be the persistent sound of a fan in the background of this episode. We hope it's just this episode. Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh. It's not. I can't even.
Our air conditioning
is broken.
We live in an undisclosed desert location.
It is very hot.
It's been over 100 outside, and it currently is 86 degrees inside of our house.
Currently at this very moment.
There will be a fan sound throughout this episode. Also, our doors open. There will be doors slamming. There will be children who are still awake
at not ours.
At 9 p.m. playing basketball inexplicably.
Yeah, who knows? All kinds of stuff. You get a lot of background experience noises.
Yes, but
it's like you're just right here with us.
Yeah, it's like you're hanging out. Your legs are sweating. You're watching the TVD.
Of course.
And you're chatting with Pete and Ash.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna bring this like 1 inch closer to me.
All right, don't. If you hear a big crash, that's all of our things breaking.
Okay, there we go.
So Ash, we won't belabor anything too much. We'll try and get through this episode relatively quickly. Oh man, next week we hope to be back with a fully...
We can't have this for the finale.
Air-conditioned episode, no.
We need to be able to take our time.
Yes. Okay, Ash. Season 2, episode 21, The Sun Also Rises is the title.
Mm-hmm.
That title is also a book title.
Mm-hmm.
Hemingway. Heard of him.
Once or twice.
It's a book, The Sun Also Rises, about some guys going to the running of the bulls, and there's also some bullfighting in it.
Have you read this book?
I don't think I have.
I haven't either.
Hemingway. I have read some Hemingway.
Old Man in the Sea.
Old Man in the Sea. Love it. Reread that recently. A couple of years ago.
I should reread it, actually. I read it when I was, like, way too young to understand what I was reading. Like, it was assigned to me to read when I was, like, 11.
Yes, yeah.
That's too young.
We always talk...
How are you going to read Hemingway when you sleep with stuffed animals? I mean, I guess I still do sometimes.
Yeah.
But
We have a stuffed animal on our bed nonstop. I think all this, even high school reading... is kind of ridiculous. It's like, yes, find the themes of Wuthering Heights and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Which maybe, like...
I read so many books about the Holocaust.
Yeah, Night, Elie Wiesel.
Yeah, it was good, but it's also like, all right, I'm just like a preteen or whatever.
Yeah, a lot of things don't have the gravity that we don't, as like... young teens and tweens, we don't give things the gravity they deserve. Hey, people should reread classic books when they're a little older. I don't know.
You should go back to your summer reading list from high school and reread the books you read.
Sure. And also, we should read, like, maybe more age-appropriate stuff. Maybe all this stuff is age-appropriate. Maybe it was more age-appropriate when we were less dumb. Maybe we've been getting dumber and dumber. I don't know.
No way.
Maybe we need some... What are the books called? The Vampire Diaries?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we should get some TVD in there.
Yeah. Well, I am going to read our son's books that he needs to read for school as he goes up.
Yeah.
That's cool. That's
And
fun to have a little something to talk about.
And just quiz him. Just straight quiz him. You know, you did. I didn't, but you and him read Hatchet recently, which I remember reading that and really enjoying that
It was
as a
awesome.
young lad.
And I also read Holes when he read it last year.
And I never.
And Island of the Blue Dolphin.
I didn't read Holes, but I saw the movie for the first time when he read it last year. Good movie.
It was a good book.
Shia. What were we talking about? Oh yeah, Hemingway.
Yeah. All right.
Oh yeah. Oh, one more thing. Arrested Development. When Maybe she got a job as like a studio exec for part of it, and I think one of the movies she greenlit in that job was a remake of The Old Man and the Sea, but they made it The Young Man and the Beach.
Oh yes, I forgot about this.
So they like sexied it up.
And when she was on that job, she had like a weird tagline joke.
Marry me.
Oh yeah, marry me. Yeah.
And I think
wanted it to be like I'm young, but that was not.
No.
Yeah.
No, she was
me.
trying to pretend she was old.
I know.
And I think Jeff Garlin was like wanted to marry her. His character.
Oh no.
He was like an old. Well, he thought she was of age, so.
Yeah, she said marry me to everybody.
But this isn't an Arrested Development podcast.
It's just not.
What if it was?
That would be a different thing. You'd be the super fan.
Stair car. I saw the stair car in real life.
Yeah.
All right, anyway. Cold open. Man, think of things being cold.
That would be nice.
My joke that I've been thinking of is that I feel like I'm in one of those fire circles from later in the episode.
Oh, that's funny. At this very moment, I feel mildly comfortable.
My legs are sweating, but actually I was just telling you before we started rolling that happens.
You always have very hot legs.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Tie cold open.
Okay, this cold open is long. So
it's so long.
Fasten your seatbelts. Fasten? Fasten.
Fashion?
No, fasten your seatbelts is correct, but I don't know why fashion sounded like it was going to be right. It's not.
Fasten your fashion belts. Ty, as a werewolf, we pick up in this episode where we left off in the last episode, trying to get Matt and Caroline in the Lockwood Uncle Basement torture wine cellar. Matt shoots him a bunch with his wooden bullets and his rifle or whatever.
Yeah. Injures him.
Then we cut over to Damon, who has a gnarly werewolf bite.
Yeah, I know. It's getting worse.
He and Catherine, I guess they're at a Lark's apartment.
Yeah, I think so.
Or maybe they're at his place. I don't know. Anyway.
No, Catherine is still at the apartment.
Okay. They do some exposition and recaps. Damon tells her to enjoy eternity alone. And Damon is going to offer himself as a replacement for the vampire needed in the ritual.
Right.
But Catherine's like, no, your blood is now impure with this bite.
Yeah, it won't work in the ritual.
No. But I was thinking maybe it would be even better. You get two things in one. A little werewolf juice.
Yeah. Maybe you only have to sacrifice just Damon.
Yeah, maybe he should have tried it.
Yeah. Well, Klaus said no.
Jenna got a call. So we kind of learn how Jenna got fooled. Yeah,
but real quick, what did you think about Catherine like being kind of sad that Damon's dying and he's like not really saying goodbye to Catherine? Do you think she's right to be sad, or do you think Damon's right to be like, we're not going to have a big teary goodbye?
I think Catherine plays these guys and also only wants what she can't have.
That is true. I agree.
Jenna explains how she got wrapped into all this. She got a call from you, Elena, but actually it was Catherine.
Right.
And then
Catherine was not compelled, though, because she's on Vervain, but she did it anyway to save herself.
To save herself. And so Jenna walked outside and got snatched up by a vampire who was not invited in.
Yep.
Klaus, I guess?
Yeah, Klaus.
Okay. He made me drink his blood. He
And then
killed me.
And she's like, why don't I remember? Oh, he killed me.
He killed me, she says. Which that reminded me of this Lindsay Lohan movie called I Know Who Killed Me. Which that's
Was
one.
she a vampire?
No, she was a regular human, and I kind of forget what it was about. I think there might have been twins, like she might have been a twin or something, or psychic. I think it was one of these, like, make up the title before you make up the movie.
You remember the title, but you don't remember anything about it? Sounds like me.
Yes. It came out, and this is dating me. It came out when I worked at Blockbuster. So whatever year that movie came out, you can know when I worked at Blockbuster. I don't know. I would say probably 2010 or something like that.
Wow.
And I
No, I
remember
think
it was
before
bad. Yeah, maybe like, ooh.
07.
Oh, no. Probably 07.
I'm thinking
Oh, my gosh.
It's not 10.
Oh, no.
I'm guessing 6 or 7.
Oh, my gosh.
Okay, anyways.
The big draw to that movie was like, Lindsay Lohan in an R-rated movie. She's a stripper. But I think it was like, I don't know, I don't
Lucky.
remember.
She's just like, hey guys, I'm a stripper, and she's doing
kind of
other
like
things.
she kind of like danced once, fully clothed or something. But anyway,
And it
I would
reminded
remember
you of Aunt Jenna.
I know who killed me, or he killed me.
Yeah.
She learned she's a vampire.
Yeah, she's sad.
There comes a time in every young graduate student's life where they learn they're a vampire, or at least they experiment.
This whole time between Jenna and Elena, and seeing like the despair between them, and like trying to save Jenna but really not knowing how, is so sad.
I agree.
It's so sad.
Jenna has a lot of sad looks and stuff, and I guess she's like dead and out of this show now, and also jumping ahead, so is Uncle John. So like, all her parent figures. Wait, I forget what happened to Isabel.
She killed herself.
Okay. Oh yeah, I remember that now. All these parent figures are gone, so like, Elena's just gonna be like a 17-year-old bachelorette or something. Like, just I was thinking like bachelor pad,
But not.
But not. She's just gonna be like a
She's
teen.
just an orphan and a half.
A teen orphan.
She's an orphan times like 3.
Oh my god.
I know that is jumping ahead, but that part of, towards the end made me sad too. It was so sad. I feel bad.
Everyone, especially, in the past couple of episodes and this episode, everyone's had their little, like, now we feel sympathy for this person we didn't like, and then they're dead.
Goodbye.
Happens a bunch of times. All right.
Yeah.
Greta the witch traps Elena in a fire circle.
Like our house.
Like our house is one of these fire circles. Gives Jenna witch blood. I was like, what's going on with this witch blood?
Nothing.
Nothing.
She just drank some blood to help her transition into a vampire.
Yeah.
That's all. It wasn't like specific to it being witch.
Circles Jenna in fire also. Elena tells Jenna... Elena? What? Elena tells...
Jenna. You also said Jenna.
Jenna. Oh my gosh, I can't even read. Elena tells Jenna it's going to be okay, but it doesn't look okay, I said.
No.
Titles. Do they ever revamp... Probably not the logo, but like the first titles of like directed by and stuff like that.
Oh, I thought you were going to say like in the beginning part where it's like, I have to know her.
No, I don't care about that. I'm just saying like...
Well, you'll have to keep watching, Pete.
Oh my gosh, we're almost on season 3.
Ew.
Season 3. Mr. Potter, we're almost on season 3.
Oh, my legs are super restless. Right
Let me get some more milk, Mr. Potter.
I know, he does need to drink. I mean, he has a milk throat.
What's that sugary drink? Butterbeer?
Oh, yeah, butterbeer.
There's too much milk in my butterbeer, Mr. Potter.
I'm going to love for you to listen to this later.
I'm not going to listen to it. I'll listen to it in like 10 years. Jeremy got a haircut in this decrepit, abandoned house.
Yep. Maybe it was a magical haircut.
Oh, they did some sex spells and some haircut spells?
We will never know.
They're still looking through grimoires several weeks later.
They've been looking through those grimoires every day, all day.
Yeah, it's probably been like 1 day or 2 days or something, but it feels like several weeks to me.
Yeah.
Elijah is still explaining the ritual to Alaric and Stefan. This ritual needs so much explanation all the time.
Yeah.
Damon calls Stefan on the telephone, tells him he has Jenna and she's a vampire. Klaus has Jenna probably.
Yeah.
And Stefan looks at Alaric like, no.
And Alaric's like, what?
What? No. I did feel bad for Alaric.
I felt bad for Alaric too. And
Jenna, of course. I felt bad for the woman also, not just the white guy.
but I was going to say here too that
I felt more bad for Jenna, in fact.
that Damon still hasn't told anyone that he's been bit by, or he's only told Catherine that he's been bit by a werewolf.
Yeah, he's keeping it close to the elbow, inner elbow. All right. Hey, Jenna is like describing how she's feeling transitioning into a vampire, and she's so articulate. Like, I'd be like, body hurt and mad sad, but she's like, I have this yearning and blah, blah, blah. She describes it very writerly.
Yeah.
She must be like a MFA or something. We don't know what she's studying in her.
That didn't like distract me or pull me out of it though. I was just like, yeah, that's how she's talking about it.
Yeah, she's smart. She's a graduate student, as we learned one episode ago.
Only she had stayed on campus.
No one. Yeah, I said that too. At one point, no one would be able to put all of that into words so succinctly.
Yeah.
Greta brings Jules,
Right.
the werewolf, the she-wolf.
No, they never said that. And she's like, "What's wrong with me?" And she's cast a spell to slow her transition.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, because if she transitioned to werewolf, she would kill all the vampires.
Oh yeah.
But they need her as a werewolf.
At some point.
Yeah.
Later.
They need her, but they don't want her to be a full werewolf because that would be dangerous for them.
A fine line these ritual people have to walk.
Good thing they've been figuring it out for 500 years.
Yep. Caroline and Matt are at the Lockwoods mansion. Matt.
Yeah, they escaped after they shot Tyler.
They go up to the main house. And Matt wants to shoot Ty so much.
He's so happy to have this gun and be shooting people.
He's like, I've been like shooting not living things a lot. I can't wait to shoot this living thing. This is what I've been practicing for. This is why I have a gun. To shoot a living thing, to kill it.
Oh, that's sad.
Matt admits...
That's sad for people with guns.
Matt admits he was on Vervain.
To Caroline, yeah.
To Caroline. It was her mom's idea.
And she's like, wait, what? My mom knows?
And he's like, your mom hates vampires. She'll probably always hate vampires. Mm-hmm. And then Caroline's like, well, what about you, Matt? And he's like, he doesn't want to talk about it.
Yeah.
He's like, well,
I like you, but also this is weird.
You're like one of the first vampires I've ever met, so still kind of forming my opinion. I want to go shoot stuff with this gun.
Yeah.
Damon's werewolf bite is getting worse.
Mm-hmm.
Like Jared Leto's heroin hole
Ew.
in Requiem for a Dream. You seen that one?
Yeah.
That's a intense movie with some gross stuff in it.
That's gross.
Heroin hole.
Ew. Please don't ever say that again.
Uncle John shows up, Father John, Pop Secret. He wants to see Elena.
Aren't you so annoyed to see him, though? You're like, ugh, he's back again. He never leaves.
I am annoyed, but I do appreciate that, like, I feel like his hair keeps getting better in a way.
Aw.
Because before, wasn't it kind of, I don't know. I respect him in some ways.
Well, that's because you've seen the whole episode. But at that point in the episode, you're just like, Father John, man, what's he doing here?
Stirring stuff up. Mm-hmm. He wants to see Elena, but Klaus has her. And then, yes, he is so annoying. He says to Damon, like, how could you let this happen? It's like, okay, where were you at?
Yeah, he's like, wasn't that your whole entire thing was to keep Elena safe, keep Elena safe? Like, come on, you didn't even do it.
And then Damon's got, like, the worst answer. He's like, well, she is safe because she drank my blood.
Yeah.
That's like, no.
I know. And then also he's like, I know that was a bad idea. I ruined her life, but whatever. Just leave me alone.
Yeah. Whatever, bro.
At least Damien. At least Damon is being honest. That's
right?
good for him.
Thank you. Even if I don't like what you're saying, at least tell me the truth.
Right, 100%.
I tell that to people, or at least I think it all the time. It's like, I don't want to hear your lies.
No, it's a waste of everyone's time.
Especially our kids. I'm like,
No.
I don't want... I'm like, you're 5 years old. You're lying. Yeah, and your lie is weird and doesn't make sense. Tell me that you're old. And then he says, you can't handle the truth. And I'm like, good ref, bro. Klaus is so happy that he has the coconut Bath and Body Works.
His favorite soap. It's been on back order for 500 years.
Mm-hmm. COVID. COVID put it on back order.
I know, you shouldn't have said anything else.
Oh. Greta loves turning things to fire.
Yeah, he's like, look at this. Fire ring, fire ring, fire ring.
Fire ring and then fire moonstone.
Oh, yeah.
She begins to spell with the moonstone and like immediately just bursts into flames or like she throws it down or whatever. I'm like, I want to see that moonstone do something else.
Yeah. Remember Luca pretended it burst into flames before?
I don't
He
remember
fireworked it up in the air.
Vaguely.
He was faking.
And this is, speaking of which, this is his sister.
Mm-hmm.
She mad.
She was like, I like doing this.
But she didn't care about her dad and brother?
No, they were like,
Oh.
They shouldn't have been looking for me. I wasn't lost.
I like that. I like that. I like when, again, the truth.
Yeah,
She's not
true.
like, oh, I'm going to pretend like I'm sad, blah, blah,
But
blah.
maybe she's not telling the truth. Maybe that is a fake front.
Do we get in depth with Greta that far to find that out? No.
Nah. We don't really care.
No. All right, Jules talks about wanting to help Ty. She gets a sympathy moment before she's about to get killed, I said.
Yep.
And then Klaus does kill her. So that was like
Yeah.
a quick little Pete-diction moment.
Yeah, she starts to have her tears fall out of her eyes, and then he rips her heart out.
Literally. Mm-hmm. Jeremy and Bonnie are reading the herstory. Mm-hmm. And their ancestors were into each other as well.
Yes. Bonnie Bennett and Uncle... wait, what? Then now I was going to say
John-
Uncle... I was going to say Uncle and Father John. That's
Johnny
funny.
Gill. John
yes,
Gilbert.
John Gilbert.
It's a good thing they didn't
Jonathan Gilbert.
That's good. It's a good voice. It's a good thing they didn't make things super official back in the day. Otherwise, things could be a little sus.
Well, they did everything on the DL.
Okay. Alaric arrives
Arrives to where?
to the decrepit house.
Oh.
He's there.
Okay. I thought he was
Bonnie
already-
goes upstairs because Alaric wants to talk to Jeremy.
Oh, right, yes.
He tells Jeremy about Jenna.
I know, his aunt is gonna die. It's so sad.
Elijah and Stefan are they're on the porch or something.
Yeah, they're upstairs telling Bonnie.
She wants to go kill Klaus. Mm-hmm. Let me at him, she says. They don't want her to sacrifice herself. Stefan wants to sacrifice himself instead.
I know. This is so silly because Bonnie's just was like, can I just kill him already before he kills everyone else? But they're like, no, if you kill Klaus before he's in transition, then you will die. He has to be in transition, so he's weak.
Uh-huh.
But Stefan's just like, but also all these other people will die, and including me, but at least Bonnie will live. It is just such a no, I'll die, not you, and
Yeah.
you and you, but or you guys can die and not me. It's just
Yeah.
a weird.
The Sacrifice Crew, I
Yeah, seriously.
said. We watched The Suicide Squad. This is the Sacrifice Crew.
Also less gross than the Suicide Squad.
Yeah, that movie was pretty gross.
Ew, I don't even like thinking about it.
Why would they want him more than any other vampire? Why would they want Stefan more than any other vampire? Because they could just, like they did, they could take a brand new, they could take a regular human, turn them into a brand new vampire, use that vampire. But is it just for spite that
Yes.
they... Okay.
100% that. Very that.
That's what I say, yes. Very that.
Very
Won't
that.
the spell work the same, or is it just spite? It's spite.
It's spite.
Okay.
But
Question asked and
never mind.
answered. Klaus squeezes the heart on the moonstone fire.
Correct.
Jules's. Jenna is reminiscing about taking care of Elena and Jeremy and says she failed her, and Elaine's like, I know I failed you. Fail crew, suicide squad, sacrifice crew.
Yeah.
These are like the most low self-esteem heroes. Like, no, I failed you. No, I'm going to sacrifice myself. It's like, okay, guys, like, even Damon should be like, okay, y'all do you. I'm going to be doing me. See you later. But even he's like, no, me too.
Yeah. If anyone's going to try to sacrifice themselves, I understand it being Damon because he's like, I'm dying.
Yeah.
So I'll die for this other reason.
Yes.
But everyone else should be like trying to live, right? I think so, at least.
Yeah, and the very reason why Damon would do that is why he can't be used because of the
Right.
bite.
I don't know.
So he'll just, like, everyone's going to sacrifice each other, and then he's just going to die.
Yeah, like, well, it couldn't help.
I'm also dying.
Yeah. I'm also dying. It couldn't help anyone.
Yeah.
My death is for no reason.
Does him getting bit by Ty help anybody? I guess he helped Caroline and Matt get away.
He did, yeah.
But they're sort of the B story unrelated. And
he
it
helped
doesn't...
Caroline and Tyler get
Ty.
away.
Yeah, my buddy Ty. And Matt.
I mean, by proxy, yeah.
Yeah. But their story doesn't really get into this ritual thing at all. It doesn't matter.
No, 'cause they
Jules
see-
was up there with Ty. It's kind of interrelated. But I'm just saying, like, Damon can't be like, I also saved everything.
Well, it was supposed to be Caroline, Tyler, and Elena in the fire circles.
Yes.
But now it's Jules and Jenna and Elena.
Man, B squad. All right. Caroline asks if her mom wants to kill her. Ask Matt. Does my
I
mom
know.
want to kill?
That was so
I know
sad.
who killed me. My mom.
It was
wants to
sad
kill
for
me.
her to be like, does my mom want to kill me? Like, that is sad.
And their conversation is interrupted by Ty.
You were so confused by this.
Like, Caroline looks through, like, a door window.
Yeah.
And I was like, is that like a big elbow or something? But it was Ty.
He was on his side,
Uh-huh.
naked.
Nude.
With his back facing the door. Like,
I'm
in fetal position.
And they probably showed a little of, like, the...
You could see, like, the back of his head
Uh-huh.
and his tops of his shoulders.
I thought it was like a big... I thought it was like an elbow where his body was cracked. I thought it was like the elbow crack. Like, how you can make your
Arm look like a butt.
arm look like a butt.
Yeah.
If the
Classic.
listeners have never made their arm look like a butt,
Get out of here.
well, I'm saying you're missing out and you should do it.
You can also take a picture of your arm that looks like a butt and send it to someone, and they'll think it's a butt, but it's just your arm.
Yeah, I would suggest doing your inner elbow.
I
Otherwise,
have tattoos on both sides of my elbows.
oh, tatted butt. Because mine would be like a very hairy butt.
Well, that can be true, especially
which
for a
would
guy.
be pretty accurate, actually.
This one looks weird.
That looks pretty good, actually.
Maybe we should take pictures later.
All right, send them to me.
I'm
Okay.
getting sweaty again.
Okay, because we're talking about butts. Stefan is questioningly. Stefan is questioning Elijah's honor. Say that one time at all.
Okay, but for good reason, because, and Stefan even says, he's like, I've wanted to kill my brother 1,000,000 times, and I never could do it. How are you going to kill your brother?
Spoilers, he doesn't.
I know. Stefan knew.
Elijah's family was killed by clouds. Oh, he spread the bodies in the ocean and stuff like
He
that.
said he spread them like all over the world so you couldn't find them.
And so Elijah wants revenge. That's why we should trust him. We should trust revenge over family. That's the message.
Revenge for his family.
Over
one family member.
Okay.
I guess.
And that's how you feel as well, right?
We'll see.
Uncle Father John brings the Gilbert Gurnals to the decrepit mansion.
Yes.
Alaric tells Damon that Stefan is going to sacrifice himself, and Damon is mad and he's sick from the bite.
Yes.
A metal album, Ash? Sick from the bite? Or like sick from the werewolf bite? It's pretty metal. Me and Ash are always on the lookout in daily life for things that are metal.
Oh, of course.
We're like magnets.
My number one goal in life.
Stefan goes to the quarry. Ash. Quarry.
I don't even know.
They show up so often in like R.L. Stine. Like, teen horror loves a quarry.
Quarry, yeah. It's like a weird water, rocky place that no one checks, and people can just be dead around there, I guess.
Yeah, people hide bodies in quarries. Quarries are never like active. Like, I guess at some point, that was a mining and rock finding was a huge industry.
Right?
Not anymore. There's just a bunch of empty quarries in these towns.
Yeah. And they
That's
can
it.
be spooky.
Yeah, they should do something with those quarries.
Like productive, besides being scary and spooky.
Yeah, and like a place where kids go to drink.
Right.
That wasn't my experience, but, you know, R.L. Stine, people were going to drink at the quarry.
Yeah. Whoa, that was a loud
Someone
one.
just slammed a jam. What was the Boy Meets World kid's name? Corey. Mm-hmm. Last name?
Well, his name is Corey. And his brother's name is...
No, Ben Savage and Fred Savage, but I'm
Yeah.
trying to think of Corey
Matthews.
and Eric
Yeah.
Matthews.
And best friend Sean. Sean dated Angela a long time.
And we
Corey
saw
dated Topanga. We saw her at
we
Target.
saw Topanga at Target.
when she was pregnant.
That, if there's nothing, okay. This is a question for the listener. Is it cool to grow up watching Boy Meets World and then see Topanga at Target?
The answer is yes. Because I grew up watching Boy Meets World and I was very excited to see Topanga.
I was as well. I'm just wondering, is that cool or lame?
It's cool.
Okay, all right.
All right. We said we were trying to go quick.
We're trying to go so quick.
Oh my
We
God.
only have 3/3 left.
I don't know how annoying this fan sound is for everybody.
Okay. Hey, look. Okay.
Let's just go.
We got it. Stefan, are we at the quarry?
Yeah,
Stefan goes to the quarry. Mm-hmm. Because that's where it's all taking place. We haven't said that.
that's true. Yeah.
This is going
That's
down
where
at the
fire
quarry.
circles are.
Stefan goes to the quarry.
Mm-hmm.
Klaus does a funny kind of whoosh up to talk to him.
Okay, but no, when Stefan goes to the quarry, he appears at the top and he's alone and shadowy and it's funny all by himself.
Uh-huh.
And then he's like, I want to talk.
And Klaus is down a level and starts walking towards him, and then whoosh, and then
he's just all of a sudden
he's up
next to
there.
him. Yeah, it was funny. It made us giggle.
Uncle John has a new idea. New scene.
Mm-hmm.
Uncle John has a new idea that has never been mentioned before. And I said, it seems like everyone has all these new plans that no one's ever heard before.
Okay, you're actually incorrect. Because before Uncle John brings the Gurnals to the decrepit mansion, I'm trying to use all your language.
It was
Bonnie-
Uncle Father John in the decrepit mansion with the Gurnals.
Yeah, there you go. Bonnie and Jeremy are trying to find a way to save Elena in the grimoire, and then they're talking about how they had found this spell where
Oh,
they
Emily
can.
Bennett.
Yeah,
Yes.
that Emily Bennett had,
And
where she was
yes.
able to save this
Mother.
this child.
Mm-hmm.
When the mother is giving birth, they were able to bond their souls together.
Oh my gosh.
But the mother died. But they didn't have the whole story. They didn't have all the information, and so Jeremy's like, I wonder if they have it in the Gurnals.
Yes.
And then when Father John shows up, he brings the Gurnals, and they have the full story.
Perfect.
So he wasn't just coming up with the good idea. He just brought the journal.
He wasn't the douche ex machina.
But he has read the journals a bunch, so he's able to help them find what they're looking for. And
My joke was
Your
good.
joke was
Okay,
good.
thank you. Jenna hears Stefan. Okay, she's using her vampire hearing,
yeah, Elena's trying to teach her real quick how to be a vampire.
and she can't hear a lot, but then she hears Stefan telling Klaus that he wants to take Jenna's place. And Elena's like, what? Like, she has a big face, like, huh?
I know, she does. I would too.
Caroline puts Ty to bed. Matt is being weird. He's like, the last few days have been so fun and so Caroline. And I was like, what? Like, you shooting your friend? But then Ash was like, no, the other times when they were hanging out and laughing, even though she was a vampire.
But it was weird for him to say it the way he said that.
Yes.
He should have been like, other than tonight,
Yeah.
we've had a lot of fun together lately. Not like, all this stuff's been great.
And Caroline's like, you gotta get past the vampire thing. And he may not be able to, but this is her life now. And he does his little speech.
Yeah, his a little
My
emotional.
life is an absentee mom, and bills, and school, and he lists a couple more things huh? And he's like, and it sucks. And I don't want to deal with the vampire drama.
I want to do my sucky life.
Yeah, I want to work at the grill and have a bad mom, not have a vampire girlfriend.
I mean, I don't know. Tough choices, I guess.
If he knew about all this ritual stuff and had to deal with that, I wouldn't want to deal with that. Because I don't even want to deal with a broken air conditioner.
No.
But
It is a lot. And as you can tell, every 3 episodes, Elena's just like, I just want this to all be over.
yes.
And it's never over. So Matt's
No.
not wrong for being like, this is too much. I don't want to be a part of all this.
It's true. I'm trying to think about this in relation to the Fast and Furious franchise.
Oh. I was going to say, and you have to remember they're just in high school.
Yes.
A 15-year-old is like, yeah, I want to get into all this.
For sure. In Fast and Furious, we'll do some light spoilers, but we do know in real life Paul Walker died.
We do know that, yeah.
In the Fast and Furious universe, he has not died.
No, he is not.
He has just become a father, and fathers can't go on missions,
Apparently.
which is true.
It would
I-
be hard.
Immediately, I stopped going on missions when I had kids. But so he's like, will I be able to tie this up? He's not in the movies. He doesn't go on the adventures anymore because he's doing the dad thing.
He's just mentioned and referenced and stuff.
Yes. So I'm wondering if there is a analogy to Vampire Diaries. If any of these vampires can kind of chill out, get out of the vampire game a little bit. They're obviously still vampires, but have kind of a chill life. Or if by being a vampire, you're in this drama nonstop. Because Paul Walker, Brian Connor, was able to get out of the drama, but only because he's dead in real life.
Yeah, I think
Did any of that make sense?
It did. I
Okay.
think it's possible if you're a vamp living on your own, eating squirrels like Stefan kind of was for a
Yeah.
while. But it's also really messed up, not just for Elena because she's dating a vampire, but also she's a doppelganger.
Yes.
So she's got a weird thing, and her best friend's a witch, and her other best friend's a vampire, and her brother has a ring that brings you back to life. So she's
she's in the mix.
She's in the mix. But I think there could be.
But Matt could get out of this.
Yeah, especially because he's just a human guy.
And maybe not. But Caroline, her mom's the cop. Could Matt and Caroline conceivably get out of this and chill, or will they get drawn into like Elena's orbit?
Can't be. Well, Matt and Caroline. It's difficult because also remember Matt had a thing for Elena for a long time when they dated, and then Caroline's Elena's best friend, so they would have to like move away.
Yes. Also, here's a surefire way to limit a little bit of the drama. Mm-hmm. Don't be like 300 years old and be infatuated with a 17-year-old.
Yeah.
All right. Bonnie is now doing a spell on Uncle John. Jeremy wants to go with Bonnie to the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
She smooches him and then, like, he can't. Like, spells him in there.
He's, like, incapacitated.
Oh, yeah, I said puts him out. I was like, what's that mean?
Yeah, he, like
knocks him.
out.
Yeah, knocks him out, basically.
Mm-hmm.
John catches him. He's there to catch him when he's falling.
Well, that's nice.
And then Bonnie locks Alaric in the house with another spell. She's spelling all over.
And he's super mad because he's like, Jenna is a vampire at this fire circle that he's never even seen her since she got turned into a vampire.
No.
And he can't even leave the house, but Bonnie's like, I can't risk anyone else getting hurt, which that was a smart idea.
Yeah,
but I also feel bad for Alaric.
Yeah, I do feel bad for Alaric, but Bonnie's like, I'm putting these humans in this house. Psh,
yeah.
in this decrepit mansion. Klaus makes Elena choose Jenna or Stefan, and then Klaus stakes Stefan.
Yeah, Elena doesn't choose.
No. Yeah. And Jenna bites the witch, then gets staked.
Yeah.
Klaus sensually stakes her again.
Mm-hmm.
R.I.P. Jenna.
I know, so sad.
And I said, I do think she's actually dead.
She's all the way gray.
Her contract, well, I think her contract has run out. We have seen Elijah Gray twice, but Jenna is no OG.
She's definitely not an original. She was a young vamp.
Stefan has the stake stuck in his back, and now it's time for Elena to die.
Yeah, like right where he can't reach.
Yeah. Oh, I get itches back there.
Yeah, and you're like, you can't get it from the top or the bottom.
No. That's why you have to train. You have to do the thing where you clasp your fingers behind your back.
Yeah.
Then you can always scratch. All right.
Or get the stake out from behind your back.
Yep. I'm surprised Stefan did that in his 300 years or whatever.
Yeah.
187 or whatever. Klaus sucks Elena's neck. She dies.
Yeah.
Stefan failed her. Klaus, I wrote Klaus feels the power, and then I wrote LOL because he's like, I can feel it. Mm-hmm. I wrote Klaus feels the power, and he's like, I can feel it.
Yeah, that's funny. Hey, but before Elena dies, when they're back at the decrepit mansion, Bonnie, did you say she performed the spell?
On Uncle John, yeah.
Oh, okay.
All those spells on all these humans.
Yeah, because she was binding Elena's soul to someone, which they didn't say, but she did it to Uncle John, obviously.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, when they were like the mother and the daughter, I was just like, oh, they're going to do that with Uncle John. He's going to die.
Yeah.
I did know that.
Okay.
I feel it.
Yeah.
Klaus begins turning into a werewolf. Bonnie comes up. Hey, Klaus didn't know she was alive. He thought she was dead.
I know, because they were hiding with their Mi-Fi.
Yes. Thank goodness. They got to like stream so much content.
Oh, I'm sure their internet was real quick.
They YouTubed how to give a young man's haircut. Damon snaps Greta's neck.
Yep, with the quickness.
All the Martins, all the Doc Martins.
They're done.
Got dead. Klaus thought Bonnie was dead. Damon brings Elena to Stefan. Damon takes
her body, yeah.
Damon takes the stake out of Stefan's back, and Damon whooshes Elena away.
Stefan tells him to. He's like, get her out of here. And then he's like, what about you? He said, I'm not leaving until I know Klaus is dead. Because he didn't trust Elijah.
Then pack a lunch.
Right.
Okay, so there's a bunch of yelling. I don't like yelling scenes like this. Ash. Mm-hmm. Bonnie is yelling. Klaus is yelling. Bonnie is doing a spell. Klaus is hurting or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm so tired. Stranger Things 11 is yelling. Harry Potter probably putting the wand and they're zapping and yelling.
You have to say your spells kind of loud sometimes.
Star Wars, Ash. The hand and the thinking hard and stuff. I'm tired of it.
No, you just don't like magic. All the things you just described were magical.
All those are magic. I'm tired of all that. I'm tired of it.
Okay.
But also the yelling. Look, if people are just yelling,
But sometimes Bonnie does it quietly. She's like,
I know. Oh, and like saying Latin and stuff. I'm tired of that too.
okay, well, buckle up, Bronco.
Oh my gosh. The Shining has like thinking in it and stuff.
You love The Shining.
I know. I'm reading the Shining sequel, Doctor Sleep. There's thinking and
All right, well.
nosebleeds.
Oh my gosh.
I had enough nosebleeds as a kid. Hey, one more little
Okay.
aside, but a good thinking moment is when when Seth thinks, well, he does the Force, but obviously he doesn't have the Force because the OC was grounded in reality. Mm-hmm. He like tries to use the Force to get something. That was good because that was playing on all that thinking and yelling stuff.
Yeah, well,
All right.
Seth is amazing.
Elijah begins ripping out Klaus's heart in the midst of all the yelling.
Yeah.
But Klaus is like, I know where the bodies are.
Yeah, he has his hand in his chest holding on to his heart.
I know where the bodies are that you just mentioned one scene ago for the first time.
But obviously, Klaus knows why Elijah is mad at him for all these years.
Mm-hmm. A lot to cram into this episode. But put some of this stuff in any other episode. We had 50 or 40 something.
There's a lot that happens at the end.
All right. But like, lay some pipe, as they say. Foreshadow. Elijah has to choose and then whooshes away.
Well, okay, you
with Klaus.
didn't say what Klaus said that was most important. He said he didn't kill all of his siblings, and he can show you where their bodies are.
Well, he
and
did
if he
kill them.
If he kills Klaus, he'll never find them.
Yeah, but they would have to be brought back to life in some capacity. Like these tomb vampires. All right. Alaric and John and Jeremy are in the decrepit basement. Uncle John is now going to sacrifice himself for Elena, it seems like. He's part of the sacrifice crew.
Yeah.
Giving him his moment, too. His empathy moment.
Yeah. Finally.
He's giving his ring to Elena, and I was like, but won't it not work like they said it won't work before, which they do explain later.
Yeah.
And I kind of like the explanation.
You like it.
Damon carries I do like it.
Right.
Elena in. He's being a sweetie creep.
Uh-huh.
He tells Alaric and Jeremy that Jenna is dead.
That's sad.
John is wearing a Michael Jackson outfit. He's got one glove and a cool jacket. Did I miss the one glove thing?
It's because his finger got chopped off.
Oh. He moonwalks out of there.
No, but he's sitting there writing a letter.
Uh-huh.
Which is also kind of weird. You're like, why is he just chilling alone in this? He found an old paper, an old pen, and an old chair, and he's an old desk, and he's writing a letter.
Why is he doing karaoke? Why is he doing Michael Jackson bad? Why is he... Oh, Thriller he could be doing.
Mm-hmm.
Elena wakes up and says she feels fine.
Mm-hmm.
And then John falls down.
I know.
He does the thing. Remember Michael Jackson used to lean real far forward on his feet?
Uh-huh.
John does that, but then he falls down. Michael Jackson didn't fall
But
down.
before he does that, he gives the ring and the paper to Jeremy and says to give it to Elena. And then he walks out of the house, and then When Elena wakes up, he dies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
R.I.P. Ty wakes up. I was already laughing at this next note.
Oh.
Because he has a wound from being shot. And it looks like a big nipple.
You were like, whoa, when they showed
Like,
it.
what's that big nipple?
I do not like Tyler's werewolf hair. It's like super thick.
Yeah.
It's like he's been in quarantine and hasn't been able to get a haircut in 6 months.
Yeah, but he's had plenty of access to pomade.
I'm like, come on, man.
Does this make sense? Beekman's World? Does his hair look like Beekman's World?
Oh, I don't have a good enough memory of Beekman's World.
All right, he has some pomaded up hair. All right.
He has like a first grader haircut when their parents don't take him to get their haircut that often. And it's like a short haircut and it just grows on all sides equally.
Oh my gosh. That's the worst.
And then they have these like big like floofy hairs.
Yes.
Yeah, it happens a lot in
they
first grade.
They don't care or know.
Nothing at all.
And the parents are like, this looks kind of bad. Put on a hat. And then like, I don't like hats.
Also, you're not allowed to wear hats at school. Can't hide your face. But everyone hides their face now with their masks.
Social commentary.
Get a haircut.
Ty says he shouldn't have come home. And Caroline says, don't leave again. Second time I've tried to kill you, Ty says.
Yeah.
And they joke. They laugh.
We could kill each other. It's funny.
That's so them. But then Caroline does then cry.
She goes from a crazy laugh to a crazy cry. Did you notice it? She was like...
Yes, which I think that they had to do that to like buy their humor. Like, they can't be so passé about this. This has real emotional stakes. But we like the joke so much. All right, well, make her cry.
But sometimes
Writer's room.
when you are really sad and you laugh at first, it like opens the emotional gates where you can start crying.
Yeah, I mean, laughing is close to crying.
Exactly.
Ty lets Caroline into his blanket with his nude body.
I thought about that too.
It's supposed to be like a cuddle moment, like, oh, don't worry. But he's nude in there. Because we saw him wake up on the couch like, what's going on? And then they have this conversation, and then he's like, he comforts her, come in here with my werewolf nude body.
I thought about this as well, and then I was like, maybe there was a scene where he went up and put on like his underwear in his old room or something.
No.
Because before he had just a jacket on his body, and now he has a blanket.
Yes.
But I also think he's just nude.
He lets her into his nude blanket. Also, they do kind of like, it's a very composed shot to end the scene where he's holding her. His neck looks so uncomfortable. And I don't even
floofy hair.
And I don't even think like the shot looks that great that they needed to pose them like that. But he is posed. They posed them like that for the shot, and his neck looks so uncomfortable. I would get a neck Charlie horse. Do people get these?
Yes.
I mean, other people besides me.
Yeah.
Neck Charlie horses.
I get them too, but not as often as you.
Oh my gosh, I get them all the time. If I yawn the wrong way, neck Charlie horse.
But you also do like crazy laughs and stuff, and then
Yeah,
you
that's
get them. But you forgot to say why Caroline was crying. She was crying because she was saying that Matt broke up with her.
Oh.
And then he's like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Get in my nude blanket.
My nude blanket. Next time you're crying, I'm just going to bring over a oversized blanket and be nude.
I would be loving it.
All right.
Unless you're the reason I'm crying, and then I'll be like, get out of here.
Even so. Elena lost both of her pseudo parents.
I know. She lost her actual parents, her adoptive parents, and Aunt Jenna.
She's parent kryptonite.
It's so sad.
She and Jeremy are getting ready for a funeral. And at their funeral, she will sing the Requiem for a dream heroin hole. Jeremy gives Elena... If anyone could follow that...
I followed it exactly.
Yes. If anyone could follow that, shoot me a tweet. All right. Jeremy gives Elena John's note and ring.
Yes.
my side note, I'm very glad I didn't buy a class ring from high school.
I have one, but it's not a big fatty.
I would never wear it, and I would spend that $100 on Taco Bell.
I should look at mine.
I would love to.
You've probably never seen it. During this scene though, Jeremy hugs Elena, and I was like, I wonder what it's like to have a big little brother. Like, I know we said that a long time ago. I don't know if we've said it in season 2.
Yeah.
But Jeremy is a big little brother. He can put Elena's head like in the crook of his neck.
Yes. We like that.
Which that's a nice position to be in the crook of the neck of a tall guy.
Oh yeah.
But when it's your brother,
I don't know.
My brother has never hugged me like the way they hug.
No, that's because they're hot young actors.
But
and not actually brother and sister.
But my brothers are older than me, so I feel like it would be more appropriate for them to hug me like that because they're like comforting their little baby sister.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just a weird thing.
Siblings on TV
Are weird.
do a little better or maybe weirder than real life siblings.
Who knows? Maybe a little bit of both.
Yeah, big little brother. That happens though. I wonder if our younger will be bigger than the older.
Maybe. At this rate.
I'm not bigger than my big old brother.
No, you're not.
Oh, my uncle is way bigger than my mom.
Oh, and he's a big little brother?
Yeah.
Oh, he's a
like
giant little brother.
Yeah, he's very tall. My mom is tall too.
Right. We'll have to ask her about how she feels about having a big little brother. She'll probably be like, I don't care.
Yeah. All right, stay tuned.
Okay.
Elena is sorry that Jeremy has lost so many people, but he still has her.
I know. That part made me emotional, too, because I also feel so bad for Jeremy.
Jeremy, yeah, he's lost anyone. Everyone.
Everybody.
Anyone, everyone. John writes a note to Elena, and there's a VO, a voiceover, during the funeral. The whole crew is there. The teen crew, the sacrifice squad. Taylor Swift's SWAT is there. That's a throwback. The ring is for Elena's child, Ash. Because she's supernatural. And this child won't be? I don't know. Fuzzy math.
I like how your thoughts here. But he's saying how, like, his time is done and it's her time to live.
And, Ash, something that maybe Sheriff Forbes couldn't write in a note. John loves Elena, even if she's a vampire. He's like, I don't know if you're a vampire when you're reading this.
Yeah.
Which, whenever I write a note, I say that as well. I don't know if you're a vampire when you're reading this, but
I love you no matter what.
Please lock the door. Here's the check after you clean the house. To our house cleaners.
That's silly.
Growth, Ash.
Sweet, right?
Growth.
Yeah. We hope Sheriff Forbes can get to that point before she dies.
A horrible death. Damon and Stefan wonder about killing these other bros. Bro on bro violence.
Killing
Elijah and Klaus. Damon finally shows Stefan his heroin hole. Werewolf.
Oh my god.
Werewolf fight.
You can't say it again after this episode.
Okay.
Okay.
Stefan says he's going to find a cure.
He's like, I know, but do you see how sad Stefan is to know that his brother is the fatal bite?
Yes.
Because he loves him.
He says, we found a way when there was no way. That's a good line.
Yeah.
But also, it's again, like, we hear of things in the same episode that it then happens.
It's
like,
true.
sometimes things are seeded, like, a couple episodes in advance. Not lately.
No, but I feel like that's true to real life. Sometimes you're trying to figure something out for a long time, and sometimes you're just like, hey, let's do this, and then you do it right away, and it works.
I couldn't have put it better myself.
Did I sound weird?
Nope, I just agree with whatever you said.
Oh, okay.
All right. Stefan is sad about his bro, and then Damon walks through the graveyard. Good shot.
I know. I was like, hey, Pete, look up. Good shot. I know. feel bad.
Foreshadowing, may he be traipsing among the stones soon? No. 6 more seasons.
Okay.
Every episode he's in, I bet. Ash, how many fangs would you give this episode of television?
2 fangs.
I would.
It made me cry.
I know.
It made me worried. It made me sad and scared and happy and the love and all the things. 2.
Awesome.
Also, I feel like that could have been the end of the season.
It is weird that there's one more episode.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like the next episode will be a new adventure because they're gonna like go after these bros. Yeah.
Is that your Pete-diction right here, right now?
Yeah, I think they're gonna go after these bros. I think an episode where they're just kind of like wrapping up loose ends would be kind of boring, and they pack so much stuff into these episodes.
Well, you have to remember also that Damon has the bite.
The werewolf bite. Okay, they're gonna find some BS.
Okay, what was your
Stefan's gonna suck the poison out and then spit it into Lark's mouth or something.
Ew. Is yours 2 fangs also?
No. I
Why?
don't like the yelling. I think that
You're yelling right now.
I am, and I love it. I was wrong.
No one else likes it.
Okay. No. 1.69 because there are some things that I didn't like. The yelling, even though I'm yelling right now, and the thinking hard, and yeah. I want to give 2 fangs to every episode. Will it happen? No.
Okay.
Will I give it to the next episode? I hope so.
All right. So what else were you Pete-dicting?
Yeah, they got to find out. They're going to find a cure when there was no cure. It won't be FDA regulated yet, but maybe a couple months down the line it will be.
They'll do it anyways because they want to be safe.
Yep. Yeah. Elena, she'll probably be doing something.
Were you surprised that she turned into a human instead of a vampire?
No, she's not going to be a vampire season 2. 6 more seasons. Look, it would be a different experience to be watching this back in 2010, several years after I worked at Blockbuster, as we learned.
Not knowing how many seasons.
Yes.
Yeah.
But there's a finite amount. And I don't see them changing the cast all that much. I think they have a winning formula. We love the bros. Caroline and Ty are going to spend some time under that nude blanket. Look, there's going to be some drama with Forbes. Matt is confused. Ooh, is he going to stick up for Caroline? Maybe. Ty and Matt, bros back together? I think that'll happen. That'll be cool. Alaric, his girlfriend is gone. Oh, he might be soon to be out of this show, though. Like, he's going to be like, all right, I'm going off on, like, a more conclusive...
A sabbatical?
Yeah. A stab-atical.
Uh-oh.
Stabbing Klaus. I don't know.
Anything that you were saying that you think Klaus and Elijah are still going to be in the mix? You said they're going after them?
Yeah, probably.
All right.
Ash, we have no time for a game tonight.
We do not.
It's too hot.
It's too hot, yeah.
We're in the fire ring right now.
Our game is going to be try to stay cool.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. So, if all goes as planned, we'll do the finale next week.
Yeah.
That'll be so exciting.
Stay tuned. We hope you liked our bonus app in between. If you haven't listened
Yeah,
to it, I
Fresh
hope you
Vine
check it
Wines.
out. Yeah. Am I drinking fresh vine wines that you poured in my
You
glass?
are.
You
Yeah,
didn't even
right
tell
now.
me.
The Pinot Noir. My plug tonight is if you are a HVAC professional, hit me up on Twitter.
And you're approved by our home warranty.
Yeah, but I might be going rogue, Ash.
Yeah, we already have some other people that were like, I can give you a number.
Really? Mm-hmm. Oh, I might need those numbers. All right. Any HVAC professionals, slide in the DMs. I don't know. Stay cool, everybody. No real plugs.
I know. I'm trying to think of like, what would you say? Okay,